Customer service professionals who rarely escalate interactions to their supervisors tend to use 7 phrases. 7 phrases without even realizing it. Those phrases are coming up in this video. When I prepare for my customized customer service and de-escalation training, one of the first things I do is I ask to review a random sample of interactions, be that over the phone or live chat, and occasionally email. What I'm looking for are not only the challenging interactions, I certainly want to hear those, but I specifically ask to hear from the top employees. I want to hear what the best of the best do when it comes to empathy, when it comes to de-escalating or delivering bad news. Over the years, I have heard hundreds, probably thousands of phone calls in my review. And I have noticed that there are 7 phrases, the most astute, the most experienced, the most confident customer support professionals, whether those are leads, on the front line, supervisors, or managers. There are 7 phrases that the top people use, and they often don't even realize it. These phrases help them lower the temperature, guide customers to the next steps when the answer is no, when there are no options, when they have to deliver bad news. The phrases help them come across as confident. They feel good using the phrases, and most importantly, the customers follow them to the next steps. So let's dive in and let me give you the 7 phrases astute agents use to lower the temperature. Number 1, I realize this whole thing has been frustrating for you. People who successfully de-escalate always begin by validating their customer's experience, which lowers the temperature in interactions and helps customers shift from their emotional right brain to their logical left brain. Some variations of this phrase could be, I can see your point on that. If I were in your shoes, I'd feel the same way. We want to get to the bottom of this as much as you do. I'm sorry you've had this experience. Number 2, astute de-escalators always explain to their customers, here's what we know, here's what we've done, here's what's next. Now, I know that sounds like a lot. What you're doing is not necessarily hitting each of these points. Here's what we know, here's what we've done, etc. What you're doing is explaining those 3 key points. Customer service leads and supervisors know that agitated customers want answers. They want answers about what has happened, why it happened, and what needs to be done. A confident hotel valet de-escalated with my husband after our rental car was wrecked in valet's custody. Here's how the confident de-escalator handled us. He explained what he knew. The accident happened in our parking garage at 7:42 p.m. The driver was in a white Honda Civic. He gave us the license number, explained to us that someone tried to self-park in valet. And when that person was told that they could not park there on their own, they got upset, sped off, and left the scene. That's after hitting 3 vehicles, including ours. Then the valet explained to us, here's what we've done. We've filed a claim with our loss prevention team. We have 2 eyewitnesses. We have filed a police report with the Austin Police Department. And then finally, he explained, here's what's next. You also need to file a police report. You need to notify both your insurance company and your rental car company. Your insurance company will go after the driver. When you explain to your customer what you know, what's been done, and what's next, you bring down the temperature by answering all of their questions in a transparent, confident way, and you begin moving to closure. Number 3, I get how you feel. Other customers have felt the same way, and here's what they found worked. People feel better when they know they aren't alone when they're going through a crisis. Astute customer support de-escalators have discovered that making customers feel a sense of community creates calm. It sounds strange. I know. To illustrate what I mean, let me give you an example of a sense of community. I have hot flashes, which can burst out over dinner, during a keynote, while I'm getting a manicure, anywhere. I always feel better and a bit cooler when another woman observes my glistening face and says, I get it. I have hot flashes too. By showing customers that they aren't alone, you can help them feel less overwhelmed. Here's how you do it. First, you demonstrate that you get how the customer feels. Tell them about someone else who felt the same way, another customer. So you tell the customer that they aren't alone and that things can change because other customers have been there. And then you tell them what other customers found when they did what you are suggesting. You may think that is a lot of steps, but really it's not. Let me prove it to you. One of my clients is a yogurt company. They don't give out the full list of ingredients in their products. And this is always tough when a customer with food allergies asks about the ingredients. I help my client answer this difficult question with feel, felt, found this way. I can relate to how you feel. My daughter has a walnut allergy, and like you, I have to know what's in the food my daughter eats. We've had other customers share your concern. They felt like you do. Here's what we found helped them. Our labels list all known allergens. While our other customers couldn't get the full ingredient list, they could spot the specific ingredients known to trigger an allergy because all of our labels list every ingredient with a known allergic reaction. Number 4, I can. Those who know how to de-escalate effectively realize they have to be confident, assertive, and knowledgeable. If customers think you're nervous or uncertain, they will immediately ask for your manager. Using assertive language makes you sound confident. Don't say to the customer, the most I can offer is blank. If you're empowered to offer the customer $50 and no more in this situation, make your statement solid and final. When you say, the most I can offer is $50, you implied that someone above you, that is your supervisor, can do more. And guess what? The customer is going to escalate to your manager. Instead, I want you to say, I can give you a $50 credit. When you make your offer, say it assertively. My definition of assertive is say what you mean what you say, and don't be mean when you say it. Use solid, assertive, I can phrases, and your customers are more likely to accept your word as final. Number 5, are you able to? Experienced de-escalators have learned that you get more by asking questions than issuing demands. Instead of, I need the serial number on your machine, try instead, are you able to turn your machine over and read the serial number on the white label? It should begin with HYD. Try to phrase your request with questions. You'll be less intimidating to the already riled up customer. Let me try. When I'm panicked because of a canceled or delayed flight, I always love to see the airline agent busily typing on the computer, looking for options, and conveying that they're trying to get me to my destination. Seasoned de-escalators know that optioning is powerful and that the more options a customer has, the more likely they are to de-escalate on their own. Show customers you're working hard to find alternatives. Variations might be, what I can do is. Let me check one other thing. I have an option for you. And number 7, what I suggest is. Customer support can be challenging because there are times when we can do nothing. We cannot control regulations, policies, third parties, but our customers don't care about this. Help is what they are looking for. Support your customers by guiding them to the next steps. Confidently present options for your customer to explore. Here's an example of guiding customers to the next steps with your confident, assertive suggestions. As a solution, I have 2 suggestions. First, you need to talk to your landlord. Tell them there's a debt on the meter and that you can't turn on water. See if they'll work something out for you. The second option, and I do this immediately, look carefully at your lease to see if any clause protects you in this situation. No doubt, your job is hard. Customers today are more agitated. They are far less patient. They are emotional whenever we cannot give them exactly what they want. But the great news is you now have the top 7 phrases that the best de-escalators for customer service use every single day with their difficult customers. You are going to be able to now lower the temperature and guide your customers to the next steps. If you found my 7 phrases helpful, I would love it if you took a moment to like this video. And I invite you to subscribe to my channel so you always know when I release a new training video. Oh, you're still here. I'm actually glad you are still here. There's something I forgot to mention. If you find that you need more help with managing complex interactions, more help with de-escalating, whether that is in a live chat, over the phone, email, or face-to-face, I want you to check out my De-escalation Academy. De-escalation Academy features my 3R de-escalation method. It is the only training for customer service that not only shows you how to redirect verbal aggression and regain control of interactions, but how to get customers to accept your word as final. So if you need more help with de-escalation, be sure to check out my De-escalation Academy. I will put a link in description for you to check it out. If you lead a team of customer service professionals, do them a favor. Give them the gift of training that will build their confidence, give them a solid 3-step framework that is psychologically backed. And you're going to find that you have far fewer interactions escalate beyond their control. And if this is for you, you're going to feel more confident, more in control. And I think you're going to find that you're a better communicator and a better conflict responder in general, not just at work, but with everyone in your life. All right, thank you for sticking around just a few moments more. Until next time.